Good morning to everyone. Today I am going to discuss the mathematical modeling for semester 3 in biophysics group paper 2. For any computational work, we need some formula, data, and on the basis of formulation and data, we can give the exact value as the output of the mathematical function. So mathematical modeling is very important concern for the rigorous study of human physiology or any other concept. So for this, the attempt is describe the system that we have to take care in our day-to-day life. For this, enables the analyst to assign values to the various components and to clarify the relationship between them. Values can be altered in order to examine what may happen to the system or solution under different circumstances. Now the question is, what is mathematical modeling? What do you mean by model? So model is an abstracted representation of reality. The key word is abstracted. Abstract noun means you cannot touch this concept, model. It is just formulated as a soft skill. Then what is mathematical model? A model built with the tools of mathematics. Mathematic tools, there are huge. It is a big question. What are the tools? But here we will consider a simple relation function, input value, output value for the tool. What is mathematical model in environment? If you are modeling the environment, then what kind of the model you will prefer? Use model to simulate effect of actual or hypothetical set of processes. To forecast one or more possible outcomes, we have to integrate various concepts like meteorology, physics, chemistry, botany, political science, hydraulics, climatology, mathematics, ecology, and integrate all the assessment to make a model and its framework. And on the basis of the models and the frameworks, there should be a policy making process for multiple interfaces of environment assessment. The integrated climate change dimension can be easily perceived from this simple diagram. We have to discuss about the climate and sea level. Then for this, we have to study about the atmospheric composition. I mean, whenever we are studying about the atmospheric composition, then one is a combination of gases, that is nitrogen, oxygen, carbon monoxide, nitrite, nitrates, and methane, other organic or inorganic gases that are present in the atmosphere along with the temperature, humidity, and other particles like aerosol, etc. And what kind of human activity is going in that particular region, where there is a mining work, there is a irrigation work, there is a building construction, there is a road construction, there is a forestation, deforestation. what kind of human activity is going over there. If the activities are large scale, then there is a change in the atmospheric composition. So human activities affect the atmospheric composition, that affect the climate, climate affect the ecosystem, and this atmospheric system connected to ecosystem, and this climate connected to the human activity. The very important concept of the human activity at this present scenario is, as in last week of the March 2020, we have faced 3 lockdowns, that is 2 lockdowns in April, third one is May. And from June onward, there are on lockdown 1, on lockdown 2, and the formulation of policy has been already proposed for on lockdown 3, which is going to start in the month of August 2020. So the human activity in the lockdown period, that is, no one can get out. No one is visible on the road, neither train nor airplane nor railways. Nothing can be operated. So the composition of atmosphere has been changed, and the clear reflection of the climate over there, that is the complete month of April and May. 1 or 2 occasions in the Allahabad is going to happen when the temperature rise above 42 degrees centigrade. So there is a big change in the climate due to the lockdown period. And people used to say that the nature restored itself during the lockdown period, and it must be a global phenomenon that 1 month lockdown on the global so that nature restored its own. So these are the human activity and its impact on the different components. Now, if we have a detail about the impacts on human and natural resources, so the food and water resources, ecosystem and biodiversity, human settlements and human health, this will adaptation in the socio-economic development path. Economic growth, technology, population and governance. So there is a big effect on the economic growth, and the experts say there is a V-shaped growth model, or someone say that W-shaped growth model. W-shaped growth model indicates about the second phase of coronavirus pandemic on the global area. It cannot be denied. If this one is the first phase, it may be possible that it will come in the next. So how the technology and what kind of the population is going to affect over. This mitigates the emission and concentrations, the greenhouse gases and aerosols composition in the atmosphere changes, and that changes the climate. That is temperature rise, sea level rise, precipitation changes, droughts and floods are frequent phenomena, and which one is adaptation. So again, this kind of the cycle is there, and from this kind of the cycle, the human and natural system is again, it is bi-directional with the social economic development path. So the basic concept of mathematical model is represented in this very simple diagram, a functional model representation. That is here, it is a process, and this process is nothing but a function. Function need input, so there is an input I. When input is processed with a function, then definitely there must be some outputs. Outputs is O. So in the symbolic form, we represent O is a function of I. O is a function of I. This is the simple mathematical model. Here it is a pictorial representation, and this one is the mathematical formulation. So on the basis of this mathematical formulation and the nature of data, we can classify the mathematical models. First is statistical or empirical model. That is sometimes it is called a calibration model as well, depend upon the various kind of data. Other is physical model, model physics of interactions. In geography, also used to include many empirical models if it includes some aspect of physics. For example, conservation of mass and energy. And on the basis of these parameters, we can classify these models as a theoretical model, mechanistic model, that is experimental model, and many more. But broadly, all these models are classified in two groups. The first group is deterministic, that's sure to be happen. The relation A is equal to f of b is always same irrespective of the time and place. But the stochastic model exists element at randomness in relationship. Means it may vary from place to place. For example, suppose there is a forecast from Indian Meteorological Department, IMD Pune, that rain is probable not before 3 p.m. It doesn't mean that after 3 p.m. definitely there will be rain. But the chance of the rain may be after 3 p.m. So it kind of the randomness is there. So we can also call this one is a probabilistic model. So deterministic model and probabilistic model, that is a stochastic model, and stochastic model have repeated calculation give different results in different cycle. The others are feed forward. A is equal to f of b. The measure b use the model to the product, and this A product can be taken somewhere another function. As we have study in case of the artificial neural network or neural network in the higher study part, that one output is considered as the input of another set, and that an output is considered to next set. So this is forward model, and very interesting is inverse model as well. Inverse model, from the mathematical point, it is very simple to express as B is equal to F inverse F. A, measure A, use model to predict B. This can be exemplified as, suppose we take the image from the camera. So whatever we have in front of us, that is image. Using the imaging system like lenses, combination of lenses of the object. That is, in the process of imaging, there are three steps. One is object, other is imaging system, that is lenses, combination of lenses, and then the image. So on the basis of the data of image and using the particular function, we can calculate the object. What is object? What is the nature of object? What kind of the object is there? So in the high level of computation, there is a branch, image processing, in which inverse model used in a large scale. The other is forward model as backscattered, say A and then B raised to the power minus C into mass, which is propagate in the forward direction with some constant and some conditions over there. So practically, and especially in environmental modeling, always need to consider uncertainty. For example, whenever we are predicting the climate, that is rain or sunshine or some mix of that, then we measure the inputs in the form of temperature, in the form of wind velocity, in the form of the humidity, in the form of the composition of atmospheric components, and then model, and that should have distributed to the output. So if there is a variation in input, that variation input something like amplify in the form of output. The scale, different relationship over different scale, principally consider over the time scale and space scale. Partial validation. If there is a model, then how can you classify or validate it? So for the validation, we have to differentiate that particular model. And on the basis of differentiation, we have some components, and then on the basis of compare with the other models, analyze sub-component of the system with the lab experiment, which validate the model. For the model, there is a sensitivity analysis, where each model parameter to see how sensitive output is to variation of in input, building understanding, model behavior, response to key parameters, parameter coupling, and on the basis of the theoretical analysis and empirical investigations, give evidence of relationship between the variables. Basic is generally simplistic or unknown, but general trend seems predictable. Using this, a statistical relationship is proposed to determine the nature. Now take the one example to clarify the complete theoretical concept that we have discussed so far. So physically based models consider simple population growth. For example, suppose we have the population of our country at this point of time, that is 2020, is 135 crore. Now, the question is for the policy maker to arrange all the infrastructure in the coming days. So take the small time interval, that is 1 year. So what will be the population after 1 year, that is 2021? This is the question. So in order to estimate this population, we have to develop some model. On the basis of model, we can predict the nature of growth of the population in our country. So the theoretical basis is, in a closed community population, change due to the two parameters, two effects. Number one is increase due to the births. The population increase due to the increase in the birth rate. The population decrease due to decrease due to death. Means the population changes by the parameters birth and death, or birth rate, death rate. So if you want to express the concept in the mathematics, then we can express as Q. Q is the population, T plus delta T is equal to Q of T plus births T minus death T. As we have made the example, that is, suppose T is 2020. So what is the population of 2020? This one is a Q2. After 1 year, that is 2021, the 2020 plus 1, that is 2021. So delta T is 1 year. What will be the population? The question is, what will be the population in 2020? So for this, there is a need of population in 2020 and births in 1 year. 1 year of time, and death in the particular year. So the population concept can be expressed in the simple form in this way. Now, assume that for a period delta t, that is 1 year, rate of births per head of population is B. Say it is a constant, that is okay, birth rate. Rate of deaths per head of population is D, that is D is death rate. So we can write births T at the time is B multiply QT into delta T. This is the total birth in delta T time, that is in 1 year. Here it is death. B multiply QT minus delta T. That is death in the 1 year. Implicit assumptions that B, D are constant over time. Now, this one is the point that we have to keep in mind. During this pandemic, corona pandemic, we know that the death rate is not constant. It varies from place to place. It is varying from month to month. That is the death rate in April, death rate in May, death rate of June, death rate of July, August. All these months have several death rates. We cannot assume that all these death rates are same. So except these kind of situation, let us hope for normal situation by assuming death rate is constant. So this is the assumptions that any model must have some basic assumptions, and these are the two assumptions in this case. These are constant birth rate and constant death rate. So if model parameters BD constant and ignoring the age/sex distribution and environmental factors like food, disease is the case in which we can discuss about the coronavirus at this moment. Then QT, change in the population. Change in the population can be expressed as QT plus delta T minus QT. That is, the change in population can be considered as population in 2021 minus population in 2020. So this 2020 population is 135 crore in India. So if we can estimate the population in 2021, then we can have the change. In order to find the rate dq by dt, then this must be the q minus q of this t plus delta t minus q of t. The whole parameter divided by t gives the birth rate, change of the population. So from this equation, we can have births t minus death at t divided by delta t, which is nothing but b minus d into qt. This can be simply visualized from this place. This equation. This b minus d. This is b minus d. So what we have, substituting this value for a longer time, as time period considered decreases, can write the above equation 3 as the differential equation. So this is the differential equation of first order. Dq by dt is equal to minus this b minus d q. So in order to solve the simple differential equation, we can use the method separable of variables. The separable of variables means this problem shifted to the dimension of the mathematics class of the 11th or 12th class. That is dq by q is equal to d minus d into dt. So dq by q is integrate. So integration of dq by dt is equal to log q, and b minus dt is b minus dt plus some constant. With the variation of time t is equal to 0, q population is equal to q0. So by using this one is log of q upon q0 is equal to bd minus t. If we change the log function, then there is an exponential function. So qt is equal to q0 e raised to the power b minus d over t will be the solution of this differential equation. And this is a very simple process. Everyone can have this kind of the concept for the case. So the rate of change of population with time equal to birth rate minus death rate multiplied by current population. This is Q. So the solution is, this is solution. Qt is equal to Q0 e raised to the power b minus d into t. Considering the following facts, that what does Q0 means? Q0 means is the reference population at the particular point. In the present case of our country, we can say 135 crore in 2020. Does the model work for the population in a small country? What happens if B is greater than D? Birth is more than birth rate is greater than death rate, or some other possibility, that is birth rate is less than death rate, that is vice versa. So what kind of change you are expecting? This can be plotted with the help of some graph. You might calibrate. Here it is. In this mathematics, when B is greater than D, so B minus D is a positive quantity. So exponential positive is something like growth of the quantity. So growth of the quantity B is greater than D, as in case in India. The Indian population is continuously increasing because the birth rate is greater than death rate. Now the second case is when B is less than D. When B is less than D, so B minus D is negative. So exponent e raised to the power minus negative of t means exponent is negative. So negative exponent is represented in the red color. That is dk. B is less than D, exponential power negative, and this negative is in case of China. So with this model, what we predict that in case of India, the curve is exponentially increasing. In case of China, the curve is exponentially decreasing. So with these assumptions, we can model the population. Now the other features are the same way, resolution of a statement of model as combination of mathematical variable and analytical function. So again, the same A, that is Q is equal to Q0 e raised to the power at. So this constant A is positive, A is negative, how A is varying, that will depend on the certain phenomena. Now, in overall process, what we have done, identify the problem or the opportunity, understand the system, formulate a mathematical model. So on the basis of these assumptions, we have a model. And then analyze the model, that is verify the model. Select best alternative, which one is the case, whether it is the case of India or in case of China, on the basis of the assumptions or the change of the parameter values. Select the best alternative, that is suitability. Present the result on analysis and implement and evaluate. What will be the impact of this kind of the growth rate in the various country? Means how much you have to arrange the food grain, housing scheme, road, surface transport, vehicles, schools. All these things has to be determined. And that's why initially in the previous slide, we have said the policy maker. Policy maker has to find out what kind of policy we have to adopt about. So in this case, identify the problem or opportunity. What are the objective and proposed problem? Too narrow, is too broad. The second is understand the system. What data should be collected? How will be data collected? how do different components of the system interact with each component, interaction, interaction, then formulation, what kind of model is accurate, is there is a simple model, complex model, logarithmic model, exponential model, sinusoidal model. There are so many type of model that depends upon the nature of the data. Verify the model. Verify the model means if your assumptions and data nature you have, then this model will give whether that kind of result or some different kind of result. Select the best alternative, inherent the most difficulty step. This is where the software tools can be help to us to compensate best alternative. How can we modify, what kind of modification is required to have the correct model, and then present the results of the analysis. That is, must communicated the result in layman terms. System must be user friendly, and then implement this model. Now, if we analyze the model, above model, on the basis of the various parameters, that is over age group, we consider over 80 year of the age, 60 to 80 year of the age, below 20, 20 to 40, and 40 to 60 year. In the coming year, that is, we have considered here the population 2006, 2011, 2016, 2021, 2026, 2031, up to 2031. So what we find into 2031, the over age of 80 is increasing. Means the country is aging. The population of the person who have more than 80 years will increase. 60 to 80, they will be increased faster. Initially, that will increase faster, and then there is a situation. But under 20, due to the use of various family planning policies, the under 20 curve is decreasing. Control, birth control, population control. But 20 to 40, first increasing and then remains constant and slightly decreasing in the 2026 and onward. 40 to 60, this is increasing, then it is constant, and then it will be increasing. So this factor is the constant. So 20 to 40, this is increasing. And that's why this 20 to 40 is the most energetic population of any country, which have the maximum consumex. Then the policy will frame on the basis of caring of the 2040 age of the group. Now, as the 21st century begins, there is overwhelming evidence that major organizations are looking for individuals in all disciplines who have strong quantitative data science, computer programming, communication skill, with its emphasis on environmental modeling in all these areas. Application to problem of optimization and efficiency is recognized as an important element in a well-rounded education. So these are the certain conclusion result of having a mathematical model which impact on our policymakers. So this is the first part of this mathematical modeling, and next we will discuss the next lecture